Eskom has warned that it will cut power to municipalities that owe it billions. It says 20 municipalities owe 3.68 billion rand. In a statement, the power utility says non-payment affects its ability to generate and supply electricity. The affected municipalities include the eMalahleni local municipality in Mpumalanga. The disconnections will be effected from June. And in studio this evening, we're joined by the President of the South African Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Vusi Khumalo, to discuss how these possible electricity cuts will affect mostly small businesses. Vusi, thanks for your time this evening. What was your reaction to Eskom's statement?
It's quite interesting because the country is going through trying times. But more importantly, people that are mostly affected are the small, medium enterprises. They are faced with challenges, and many of the challenges that they're faced with in the main is competition and imports, particularly from China.
Yeah.
That has got a big bearing on their profitability and sustainability. To the extent that they are facing an increasing costs in terms of rentals of premises, in terms of service charges, electricity, water, transport, etc. To that extent, the recent drop in oil price did not filter through before they were cancelled out by the increases in the road accident fund and fuel levy, which put them in a more disadvantageous situation. So those are the issues that the small business cannot operate because they are losing income.
All right, so they're faced by multiple challenges, and then when you cut off their power, which means that you limit their ability to produce, you are then adding to a burden that's already there. But what we are seeing here with Eskom's statement is that those local municipalities, they're saying they're going to cut them off. Now, whether one is paying electricity or not paying their electricity bill, are they going to be affected? I just want to get a sense of how small businesses would be affected by that.
Thanks, Isiki. You know, SACI is a membership-based organization. We've got a broad spectrum of members, big conglomerates, state-owned enterprises, and we also have associations and small, medium enterprises, which I believe should be the core of the economic growth of this country. Not only this country, but the continent at large. But however, I think the appeal that we'd like to make to the municipalities is that they've got to keep their customers informed of when and how long the load shedding is going to take. Secondly, I think they must also stick to their schedules so that if they know, the small, medium enterprises will know when and how to plan for their businesses. And also, the municipalities, I think, is quite important. Actually, it's an imperative that they must improve the debt collection. And that process, they should also be able to pay the amounts owing to their suppliers.
Is business willing to work with municipalities? We know the capacity constraints in our municipalities. So in order to assist them, particularly with some of these issues of around debt collection, around managing communication, would business be willing to come to the party?
You know, business is quite willing to work with municipalities. To an extent, it's even prepared to share some of the skills, expertise, in terms of how best these challenges can be alleviated. At this point in time, there is preparedness and willingness from the business sector to provide that support that will further filter through the entrepreneurs who should be able to conduct their businesses effectively.
Will you be speaking to Eskom or the local municipalities around this particular issue now of the potential cutoff?
As a matter of fact, from a SACI perspective, we have made quite a good contribution towards some of the solutions that can alleviate the challenges that we're faced with. Quite recently, we also had a meeting with the different business formations or with the Deputy President and his advisors.
The war room.
The war room, we have made quite a lot of contributions, which up to this point in time, we're hopeful that will be factored in terms of addressing the current scenario.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thanks
Thank
for
you.
your time today. The president of SACHI, that is Vusi Khumalo.